Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And boy oh boy,
almost time.
The trailer for the trailer has dropped.
That's true, it is.
I mean, we're getting to the point now where it's like, hey, there's a trailer for a trailer for a trailer, guys.
How corporate is this? It's a meeting for the meeting for the meeting. It's a trailer for the trailer for the trailer.
My God, this is like an advertising agency I used to work for. I swear to God, guys, they used to have meetings about the meetings they were going to take later in the day.
True story.
I would spend 6 of my 8 to 10 working hours in meetings, and half of those meetings, 3/4 of those meetings were pointless. Anyway, this is the trailer for the trailer, and literally all we're seeing for Star Wars Episode 9 is it's confirmed that Rey, Chewie, Poe, and Finn are inside the Millennium Falcon.
Right, because they've all been replaced except for Chewie.
Yeah, right. Everybody's been replaced.
Han, Luke, and Leia, and Chewie.
Wouldn't this be so much better if it was Han, Luke, Leia, Lando, and Chewie, like Mark Hamill said?
No. It's we got 2 guys, a girl, and Chewie.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about why it's taken them so long to get to this final trailer. Why the trailer that came out before this trailer, the pre-trailer trailer, was mostly made up of clips of much better films. Whether or not people are really looking forward to the Rise of Skywalker, because we know that Disney's trying to build a grand army of the Chinese People's Republic of China in China.
Yeah.
More Star Wars fans. We're going to see if people were excited about the movie or they just went shipping. We're going to talk about where the hell the Lucasfilm Story Group went to, because there's a rumor it's gone.
Yeah, that whole, we'll go there, yeah.
And there's a rumor that this movie is a cluster, and this is why it has taken so long to get a trailer. But before we do that, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Especially the rants. Subscribe for the rants.
Right. Ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you're not unsubscribed. Tell your friends. Pass it along. Play telephone. Tell their friends, and they can tell their friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Ding the bell. Ding the bell. All right, so we got the trailer for the trailer. Let's go out to Twitter and see what people are saying about Star Wars Episode 9, The Search for More Cash.
Yeah, search for more money. So, yeah, I haven't even seen this yet.
Let's get this is all it is. This is literally all it is. It's coming Monday.
Right, with football, yeah.
And they're just in the Falcon. They're smiling. That's it. The tickets go on sale.
Is that they going to go on sale after the trailer?
Yeah, I think after the trailer. I'm guessing it'll drop on the internet before.
And amazingly, when the tickets go on sale, half of them will already be sold already.
to empty. Yes, Disney, true to form, when those tickets go on sale, half of them will be sold to empty seats.
I'm just saying.
So we're going to talk about this because this is very interesting. I just want to see like almost all the responses. I'm like, well, what's Twitter think? They're shipping.
Of course they're shipping. It's Twitter.
They're shipping. This is what they're doing. Shipping. So this is Twitter.
Oh, look at all. Wait, go back up. Look at all those horrible Halloween costumes. Don't give them candy.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just. Oh God, come on. Anyway,
I can't say that. You're going so fast. My eyes are going blurry because I'm like, what are we looking at?
No, you're looking at blurry pictures and memes of like, oh my God, Kylo's so. Oh, look at that, Reylo.
Okay, just tell me that.
I don't even get it. I'm just like, I don't know. So here's the thing. This is a description of what the trailer is going to contain. Now,
if you don't want to hear a description of the trailer, you might want to turn it off.
Potential, maybe possible spoiler. It's just going to be 3 minutes of them looking at each other and smiling.
Well, the last trailer was just a bunch of old footage from old movies. So.
Yeah, and there's a theory as to why.
I completely buy that theory.
As to why we're seeing nothing but old footage from the old movies. So this is the full description leaked, apparently, allegedly. And it doesn't really tell us a whole lot. They said that the original teaser trailer focused on one complete scene featuring Rey in the desert before spinning into flashing shots of all the other characters. The main trailer looks like it will do more of the same.
Of course it will.
A new leaked detailed description of what will be shown. Full spoilers from here, possibly maybe. Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net gave a detailed description of the upcoming trailer, which he says is about 2 minutes long. He said the trailer has been going around to my sources at Disney. Some of these sources
at Disney.
Well, he actually has been right. I will give him that. He's been right.
No, I think it's funny because it's the sources at Disney. And
sources at Disney. Disney's test marketing me to see.
That's why I think it's funny. Anyway.
Yeah. some of these sources go back to The Force Awakens and have given me accurate trailer reports in the past. This is true, because we did have a breakdown of The Last Jedi.
Disney.
With that in mind, I should say there are minor differences in all the trailers. I'm not going to report shot by shot. I'm going to tell you what is the meat. The meat. What are the commonalities between them? He said there's a thrilling scene between Kylo Ren and one of the greatest Star Wars villains of all time. Most of the advanced publicity has pointed to battles between Ren and Rey, but there are increasing reports that Kylo will also share some thrilling and possibly life-threatening scenes with the cackling, cowled fan favorite.
Oh, for pity's sake, it's the cackling, cowled.
Ward says,
cookie.
God. So this is where it gets weird. So Ward says you see a figure on a rocky planet slowly walking to a large cube. You see the figure underneath the cube, enter a lift and go into the core of the planet. So there's a big cube, and inside the cube is Kylo Ren going into the core of the planet. He then approaches an old man. He ignites his lightsaber and puts it through the old man's throat. The old man is strapped into a vertical med chair because he's old. And old people are strapped into medical chairs. He laughs at Kylo Ren because he's old. He proclaims that he's Darth Sidious.
I'm Darth Sidious. That's what he says.
Yeah. Sounds like Palpatine makes his dramatic entrance.
That's a dramatic entrance?
Strapped to a chair inside the cube.
I'm here so I don't break another hip. Okay, so...
And then... I
have foreseen it.
Come on.
Well, if you foresaw it, why are you in a chair? Anyway.
Yeah, right. So... I meant to do that. I meant to get thrown down the shaft. So there are lots of shots of spaceships. Palpatine has the last word in the trailer. I can't say what it is. We get a line of dialogue. Okay, you know what this reminded me of when they said, you're going to see a guy strapped in the chair in a cube? The Pandorica from Doctor Who. They open the cube and inside's, surprise, it's the Doctor. He's been here all along. And I'm waiting for it to be like, surprise, Palpatine, and Vader threw a clone down the shaft.
Yeah, he's been here all along, orchestrating everything because we needed to try to bring the audience back to the film. So suddenly he's there. No, I still love the article where they're talking about J.J. Abrams. Do you have that one put up where he's talking about how it's difficult to come up with an ending?
No, I don't have that.
Because, it's so hard to come up with endings that you didn't need in the first place because it already had an ending. Just saying. The
sequel trilogy is an unnecessary fan fiction epilogue.
It is. A search
to the
for more money.
Skywalker
It's a search
saga.
for more money.
I'm just thinking, because there were rumors that Matt Smith was going to be young Palpatine. And
I think he is going to probably be a Knight of Ren or something. He's going to be in it, probably.
Wouldn't it be hysterical if they opened the Pandorica and strapped in the chair is the Doctor? The effing Doctor?
That was not clever.
They're not that clever, but my God, I would pay so much money to see that movie and be like, you open it up and oh my God, it's the Doctor. So here's the rumor. Here's why, because, this is
what we've been hearing, because reshoots.
Yeah, so just the other day, everybody's like, this is why, this is the media.
Oh, I sent you this one, yeah.
This was a couple of days ago before they announced when they're going to release it. It's okay, everybody. Disney's waiting and they've got good reasons for it. They've got good reasons for waiting to release the trailer. It's okay. Everything's fine. They're creating hype. They're creating hype.
You're making me dizzy. But they're talking about it. It's not out yet. What's going on with this? And they go down here and, most blockbuster films will reveal an official full-length trailer between 5 to 6 months before opening weekend. They're like talking about the last two Star Wars films didn't debut an official trailer until 2 months before the release dates. Well, because it was Solo. They talked about, and they were, what was the problem with Solo? They were all talking about how they had to do reshoots. Now, if you recall, the media was going on and making a big deal about the reshoots for Solo, and then they think that's partly why it tanked, because why are they reshooting it? They would have about his acting coach and all that. But now that it's Rise of Skywalker, they're trying to bury the fact that they're doing reshoots.
I love this, though.
Go ahead.
The Star Wars brand this is coming.
This is what I was looking for, actually.
The Star Wars brand is so beloved, and this movie is so greatly anticipated that when they take a different path than traditional movie trailers, it gets attention. They don't have to go by the conventional rules of trailer releasing. They don't have to market it. They don't have to say anything.
I know.
They just have to say, hey, there's a new Star Wars movie coming and people are going to come just like they did in the theme parks.
That's right, because you don't have to promote this.
Don't have to promote it.
It's so beloved. The movies are so beloved that it just sells itself. You don't need a trailer.
Did we mention that the Joker made substantially more money opening weekend on a $50 million budget than Solo did on like $300 million? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But also with Solo, they had reshoots, and now they're on reshoots. And you know the movie opens in like a couple months.
Yeah. So this is a rumor. This is coming from Doomcock.
That picture.
This is Jar Abrams. This is a rumor.
That's so funny.
I did watch his video.
Oh my God.
I did watch his video. He does have alleged insiders come to him. Actually, it'd be funny if under the mask he was actually a Hollywood guy. That would be hilarious.
That would be funny. I would applaud that move.
That would be funny. Like he actually works in Hollywood and he just puts a mask on so nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, I would applaud that move.
But I would do it. I would do that.
Yeah, you totally would.
If
the channel's going to show up and someone sounds almost exactly like Neon, or they have like a voice changer. It's probably Neon. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably. So anyway, and he says in the video, I watched his video the other day. I watched it the other day, and I was like, well, it makes sense. It sounds, plausible. It sounds plausible given the other stuff we've heard.
Well, what is it? Because I haven't heard it.
Well, what he's basically saying is Disney, because remember how we said before that there were rumored to be like multiple cuts of this movie.
Oh yeah, that we've heard.
Right, like up to 12 different versions of this movie.
We've been hearing that from different
And
places.
we're starting to see some more stuff leak out that this probably was the case. We're going to talk about how a lot of people panned the rumored opening shot of Luke and Leia being de-aged as a flashback, because that doesn't feel very Star Wars at all. And now the rumor is that is actually going to get cut.
Well, that would be a good thing.
That's going to get cut because that just sounds stupid beyond stupid. So the original rumor was that Disney was kind of like floating these spoilers out there to see how the fandom would react.
I was joking with you. I said, what are they doing? Putting them out there, see what people like and don't like, and then they're going to go re-put the movie together based on that, and be like, we meant this all along.
Yeah, so if this rumor is true, then that means that all the cuts they had were a complete shit show. Because this rumor says that they're hurrying to basically refilm 3/4 of the movie. Like, it's not landing at all. And this is why you're not hearing much about the plot. This is why you're not seeing the leaks like you had in the previous versions of it. This is why...
There's so many rumors and they're all over the place.
Yeah, and even...
Because some of them might be true. They all might be true, but they're different versions. You don't know.
Everything is so vague. Even the action figures, like, they're all like, oh, Disney's doing this on purpose to keep the mystery. It's like,
well,
no.
some of the action figures, they are out so far in production time, they probably didn't, they probably did keep it vague because they didn't know what they were going to change and what they were going to keep.
Yeah, so his video basically said that, they...
Picture, though.
Yeah.
The nose. I can't.
So this is what Doomcock said. He said, I have Star Wars info. They're still shooting. And they are still shooting.
I've heard that other places too.
We're talking less than 2 months. And they're still shooting. To put this in perspective, the sequels, the prequels, even when they did pickups, they still had the movie pretty much in the can a year or two before it released, and they spent all that time putting special effects in. Mm-hmm. Right? Even the first one, Force Awakens,
they were a lot more effects heavy. I mean, these were effects heavy too,
right.
But they had a lot more because he was trying to see what he could invent and do differently.
Like
you know?
this. So Doomcock says he has Star Wars info. They're still shooting. They were having to remake almost the whole movie, as what they tested as the movie was a complete pile of flopping shit.
Well, half the rumors we've heard, 3/4 of the rumors we heard are true. That's probably the case.
I think this is true. I think it's true. They said this is not some kind of casual 2-week reshoot. This is almost a 75% remake. They shot the thing, so there were 6 possible main edits, and even though there was no way to put it together that would not have flopped, the thing is that they would not be shooting it this close.
It's awfully close, guys.
I'm sorry. It's
not unheard of to have reshoots close to a film opening, but this is really close, and it's been going on for a real long time. They started, a month ago or plus talking about the reshoots? It's taking an awful long time.
Abrams said this film will not please everyone.
No shit.
Disney flipped out and said this film has to please everyone and redo it until it does.
There's no way you can, Disney. You've already ticked off so many people.
You've already destroyed Star Wars.
Even if people were mad at the last movie, the way that you let people behave towards fans hurt you 10 times worse than the movie did. Yeah. I mean, you can't put the cat back in that bag. Cat's free. Let the cat go. It's gone.
Let the pussy out.
That's right. It's already gone. Just
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow. If they cannot get to perform in tests, this is the end of this particular reboot. I thought it was the end anyway.
I thought it was too.
This is the grand finale, the unwanted finale of the
A lot of
Skywalker
actors have
saga.
indicated they have lots of things to say after it's done too, so that's gonna get interesting.
That is true. That's what's really telling. When you have the actors, like, I'm sorry, I agree with John Boyega. I think Finn was treated horribly
I agree, too.
in the last movie. I think he was treated horribly.
I 100% agree. I said
so
that
was
since the
Poe.
beginning. I've said that right off. I was like, what the hell? And I like those two characters. I was like, damn it.
Like in Finn's case, they made such a big deal about, like, I mean, he had a very unique storyline. They actually made it out before The Force Awakens came out that Finn was the main character. He was the first character you saw in the first trailer. You know, like, oh, we got a stormtrooper. Okay, he's the lead. Okay, cool. He's a black dude. Wow, okay. This is interesting, right? And everybody's like, oh, they got a black stormtrooper for lead in Star Wars. And then they completely sidelined him and turned him into a puss.
They really did. They made him like backpedal and like there's no growth. He actually, regressed instead of, progress. No, because it's not the right kind of diversity. He didn't have boobs.
Okay. Okay. He didn't have boobs. If he had boobs, he would have done better. Sorry, Finn. But yeah, I agree with John Boyega. I think he was treated badly. I think Finn was treated very, very badly. He was actually my favorite character in The Force Awakens. As to what the problem with the film might be, Doomcock says, his sources say, I suspect this movie is having problems with trying to force too much plot into the film. And now they may have the problem that they're going to have to consider splitting this thing into 2 movies.
Oh, that's not going to fly
That's
at
not
all.
going to happen.
They already said that makes sense though, because they're saying this movie is gonna be the longest Star Wars movie ever and all that. That makes sense then. That fits with what I'm hearing.
Well, we're like, how are they gonna wrap all this up when The Last Jedi literally went nowhere? Like, these characters are in the exact same place they were at the beginning of the movie, except Luke's dead.
Right, but I'm just saying that's true. But I'm just saying I'm hearing that this is going to be the longest Star Wars film ever, and that makes sense. And if they're saying it's so long, I'm like, it could be 2 movies. This adds up with what I'm hearing. So it's kind of lends support to this what he's saying.
Yeah. So apparently, and we've heard this before.
Yeah, we heard this before.
Apparently, Rey could raise both the Death Star and the dead by the end of the film. She's gonna.
But it's not Mary Stuism at all.
No.
Even though no one ever could do it before, she is just that much better than all the original Star Wars characters because she has mouse ears.
Wow. Yeah. So they said that. I had heard that rumor before. That they were talking about her piecing together the Death Star, which
I heard that too.
I thought a lot of it had been atomized. In fact, I was surprised there was such a big chunk of it left.
No, it's like the Iron Giant. She's been sitting there all this time, calling it all back in. She's been using her powers to go around the galaxy and find that little screw that's in some little boy's bedroom, and she's making sure it's coming back.
She's gonna put it all together.
But she can't say Superman because that's DC. I'm sorry.
So, he adds that the other bit of evidentiary support for this notion is the fact that we were promised the Star Wars trailer was going to break, and then it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What the reason for a Star Wars trailer being held up and not breaking was that they still know what the F the movie will be, and it sounds like
For the last trailer, I don't know what the F movie will be.
no, because that's what you
It's
saw.
very vague and a lot of old stuff. Mostly old movies.
Yeah, and that's even the first trailer. Like, what did we see? We saw one action scene that they know is probably going to be in the movie for sure, and a couple of flashes of characters and some explosions, and that's it. Mm-hmm. In this one, it sounds like it's just going to be Rey meeting Palpatine, or Kylo meeting Palpatine, sorry, and then a whole bunch of flashes of other characters, which,
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't tell us
I like
anything.
this next one. Doomcock then details another source tells him Disney realizes, or fears at least, that they have devalued the Star Wars brand. No kidding. You don't say. That's why you're going to China. They have also, according to this other changed the direction of the film substantially, which I've heard other places as well. The source also claims that they are trying to make a movie in the editing bay at this juncture.
God, I don't know. This is coming from Doug Chang. Oh my God. Okay, this is
I've
official.
seen that before,
This
actually.
is official. Doug Chang.
When was that posted? I've seen that before. I thought they had that before.
Yeah, but this is. He works at Lucasfilm. He's the biggest. Yeah.
Literally, she brought back the tiny little particles together to raise the Death Star.
Well, this is a dream. So early in episode 7.
Okay, dream sequence. Okay.
Yeah, we explored some wild concepts before we had.
Well, they said they were going back to episode 7 and pulling stuff they didn't use. That makes sense.
And they're talking about Vader's ghost, Anakin and Vader.
Yeah. It all kind of makes. Whoa, that's a picture.
God. This is gonna be bad. So there's some other stuff going on. There's some weird stuff going on with the movie just all the way around. I mean, beyond the fact that it just seems like, they were test marketing a lot of these ideas. Supposedly, they're pulling out the stupid flashback between Luke and Leia that they were going to use the Marvel de-aging technology.
Oh, where he was training Leia so Leia can go train Rey. It makes sense.
So we can backpedal and be like,
Right.
oh, yeah, Leia does know how to use the Force. We're just going to put that in there now.
She's trying to master even though she doesn't use it.
Yeah. But now here's another, this is another rumor. Again, these are all rumors. Just to put this out there. This is all rumors. But this is actually interesting because this got started on the WDW Magic forums.
Okay. Right as soon as you tell me WDW Magic, I immediately listen more.
Yeah. Normally I'd be like, well, this is just, anonymous source or whatever. I can tell you with 110% certainty, there are Disney insiders from various parts of the company that frequent the WDW Magic boards, the forums, and they've been there for years. It would not surprise me if there were Lucasfilm people.
Well, like if I ever want to check a story I'm hearing, I go there to find out. Because they always have the people coming in that usually know.
Yeah.
And they'll say whether or not they believe it's true or not. And I always go there to check. If you like Disney News, I recommend them highly in their forums. But continue.
Yeah, so they're saying that this originated on the forums that they're talking, one, that the Rise of the Resistance theme park attraction is a disaster.
Oh, no, that's not true. You're wrong about the tracks because the trackless system got you there.
It's underneath the concrete, dumbass. We've had Disney people come to us and say that it is way worse.
People actually are there currently working on it.
They're currently said that the situation with Rise of the Resistance, they're in full on panic mode because this thing has to open at the beginning of December. And they are not ready. Mm-hmm. Like, they are not even close to being ready. And the success or failure of Galaxy's Edge at this point depends on whether or not the second attraction.
That's what they were saying. They were thinking they might push it back, but they're not gonna do that until the last minute, so people don't cancel their trips.
Yeah, which
is gonna be a shit show, and I recommend highly you do not do that, Disney. If you are going to, if it is true, it's right around. If it is true that it's not on track to be done. And you're thinking you might have to push it back, you're better to tell people enough time they can rebook their trips than you are to wait until the last minute and be like, oh, well, I guess you have to come anyway. Because you think people are mad about the Skyliner? I'm just saying.
Yeah, so this insider, this alleged insider from these forums said there's a difference in Disney and Lucasfilm Story Group of 2014 to 2018, which has now largely been dismantled. We talked about people going missing that were part of this Lucasfilm Story Group that was supposed to be the unified theory of everything Star Wars. They had to make it all be synergy and all work together. And they wrote the story of like all the theme parks and the books had to match and everything else. And they're behind it. And they, dropping the ball right and left. Well, anyway. They said that the story group, apparently, there was something going on here where the story group had way too much sway over the theme parks.
I agree.
And this is what pushed Bob Iger to switch it from original trilogy to
their version.
Batu.
To their version.
Yeah, pretty much. And now we've got the failure that is Galaxy's Edge. We've got major media outlets calling it a flop. Everybody's calling it a flop. Even if there are people there, it is not generating the buzz. It's not bringing people in like they expected.
Well, to be fair, you can't really blame. They made a lot of mistakes with it. One, not having both attractions open. The fact that I think they had gone original trilogy been better. I understand why they weren't doing that, but you're going to listen to whoever's right in front of you.
Yeah.
They're the experts on Star Wars that came up with these wonderful ideas that no one likes, but they're the experts. But you'll say this, it'll turn out it's not, and someone will call you dumbass and all this other stuff.
These are rumors.
Doesn't matter if you say rumors. How dare you say rumor first and then say something that could possibly not be true because you're a dumbass.
Well, there is some weird stuff going on. You're not hearing about this.
That's been going on for a while.
Carrie Hart, she's been gone for a while. It does seem like they pared back on their projects. It does seem like Kathleen Kennedy's kind of a lame duck president right now. They're talking about bringing Kevin Feige in to do movies.
Yeah, right, because he's not busy enough running all Marvel now. And, here's the thing. It's just like, it's too little too late. And I think now Disney's starting to realize by the other article you read, they're like, oh shit, we messed up. People don't like it now. And now they realize after their theme park came out and didn't do what they want, now they're going to try to fix it.
Yeah, it's too late. And that's why I think, if there is panic around Episode 9, it's because this is kind of do or die for Star Wars. Episode 9 is going to determine, I think, the future of the franchise. And I think what's going to happen is if Episode 9 underperforms, we're not talking if Episode 9 makes, you know, $800 or $1 billion at the box office. We're talking if Episode 9 is not the massive record-shattering hit that Disney expects a Star Wars movie to be, then they're going to change direction. And I think the future of Star Wars is going to be direct-to-TV.
I really think that's what we're setting it
Disney
up.
Plus. It's going to be basically Star Wars at that point becomes a B-list franchise. And Disney took what was at that point in time probably the most valuable film franchise on the planet and flushed it down the toilet in less than a decade.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've been to Walmart several times, and they have a whole kiosk in the middle with Star Wars toys on it. They are not moved.
No.
Like, they are exactly where they were every time we go in there. Like, nothing is being bought off this shelf. If there is, it's like one or two things. That is it. Those, I told you before, and if you saw my little thing with the little Wicket and the R2, R2's gone, and there's one BB-8 left, and none of the Dios are gone at all. No one wants Dio. They don't know what the hell it is. They don't care. But the Wicket sold out immediately. BB-8 sold out almost. I think there's one left, and R2s were gone right off. Literally, they were all gone. But no one likes those things, yet they're the ones that sold, not the new stuff.
Yeah, the original trilogy is always going to be great, but it's going to kind of exist in this like.
Should have hugged my Wicket.
Should have hugged your Wicket.
I hug it every day. I walk by it and hug it, and Neon laughs at me because I think he's so cute. I have to hug him. And Bun Solo.
Wicket, not me.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I got a bad feeling about this. I don't think it's going to be a bomb. But you know what? I actually thought that Galaxy's Edge, even though I wasn't really sold on what they were doing, I still thought it would be
better than it was.
I thought it would be a hit.
They made a lot of mistakes though that weren't just like the choices they made in how they handled the crowds. They played it up so people were afraid to go. They didn't have both attractions open. They're taking the Star Wars names off the menus. I mean, there's so many things here that it's just like
I don't even understand it.
You couldn't set yourself up for failure anymore.
Screw immersion. We gotta sell more chicken nuggets. And by the way, we're not giving the ketchup out.
No, you have to ask for it.
You have to beg us for ketchup. Beg us for ketchup because
that hasn't happened there yet, right?
Not yet, but I think they're.
It's at Casey's Corner, but it's coming.
That's gonna happen. So yeah, there it is. It's coming Monday. We're gonna get the full trailer. I have a feeling we're not gonna see much because I don't think Disney even knows what the hell kind of movie this is gonna be yet. I think it's still being edited currently.
I don't know.
Formerly biggest franchise, sci-fi franchise on the planet. Now Marvel's eclipsed it.
I have to say something real quick though, and related but not related, about people like us who are out there that you're still fans of Star Wars, but you like the old Star Wars, the prequels, the original trilogy, whatever. And I was telling my sister about, she watches this all the time too. Hi, sister. I'm not gonna say your name. Don't worry. She watches it. We'll call her Sister Sparkles. She watches our videos too, and we were talking about. I was telling her about the crap you get for not liking The Last Jedi, and she's like, but don't they know you're like a huge Star Wars fan? I said, it doesn't matter. And there's a lot of people like me. It doesn't matter because you don't like what the new ones. You're not a Star Wars fan. You're not a real fan. And I told her about what's going on about being accused of not being a Disney fan because of parks. And she's like, but you're a huge Disney fan. You just don't like everything they do. And I'm like, exactly. See? Not all people get it.
Hater.
They did.
Well, that's the problem.
She couldn't understand. She was like, this is stupid. I'm like, it is.
Because she's not on Twitter. She doesn't understand.
Smart.
She's stayed off of Twitter. She stays off of a lot of social media, and that's normal people. Normal people exist in this world. You just don't find them on Twitter, or sometimes in the YouTube comments. We get some Twitter people make their way over. I just thought it was
funny. I wanted to share because she was like, "But that's dumb," and I'm like, "I know."
It's stupid. So we're gonna see Monday. We'll see Monday, and I'm really curious to see if this is going to change some minds or people are still going to be like, what the hell was that?
I don't think we're going to see enough to know. I don't think they're going to, I think it's going to be another very cryptic load.
A cryptic load. You know what they're going to do? They're going to crow about how it's setting records for pre-sales on Fandango.
Oh, they always set records for pre-sales on Fandango. Every time. No matter what.
Every time. Just like.
Because they're already half sold by the time it opens.
Just like Solo. Solo had records. Solo was going to make $200 million opening weekend. less than half of that. We sat in an empty theater, virtually empty theater on a Friday night.
5 people besides our family that were in there.
Yeah, Thursday. It was Thursday night, wasn't it? Wasn't it open?
We went, the next day.
Or was it Friday? It was Friday. We went Friday. And
it was a Friday afternoon, I think, but it was later enough that people would be there.
It was like 4 or 5 o'clock, virtually empty.
Yeah.
Opening weekend.
And then when
for a Star Wars movie.
And when we were at other movies and they saw the trailer for it, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to see that after Last Jedi." And these are college people that were saying it. They're like, "Oh, I hated the last one."
Your target audience doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, they were like, "It's the only Star Wars movie I didn't buy," and I was like, "Us too."
Yeah, we haven't bought. We have.
He's like, "I'm not buying it. It was crap," and I'm like, "Yeah." And this was their target demographic.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Yeah, so we'll see.
It's gonna be something. I think it is probably gonna be like the Kylo Ren in the box, and Palpatine's probably what it's gonna be. That makes sense. I think that's probably what we're gonna see.
It better
because they get the Emperor in there with the last word, which they're look, it's the Emperor's coming back. Come on, old school fans, come back.
Better be Matt Smith in that box.
It's a trap though. It's like the cheese, and the Emperor is the cheese, and they're trying to get you in so they can go bam.
So you can snap your neck viciously and drain your money.
That's probably true. Okay, anyway, we gotta stop.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants on Clownfish TV. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.